The University of Connecticut Huskies have just defeated Villanova to become the 2023 Big East Tournament champions for the third year in a row. We're joined today by Huskies head coach Geno Auriemma. Geno, Aaliyah Edwards for you, named most outstanding player of this tournament. But what impressed you specifically the most about her?
I think she realized the advantage that she had on the court, and she was able to dictate how to get that advantage more often. It was really impressive how good she was on offense, and her 15 rebounds, just how relentless she was rebounding the ball, given the fact that she spent 30-some minutes guarding, maybe a kid it's as hard to guard as anybody in the country, Maddie Segrist. So when you combine the two of those things, it's deserving. She should have been, MVP of the tournament because she just contributed to our victories in every single way. So I'm proud of her.
Coach, you've said it. Almost every coach in the league has said it over the past couple of days. The league is only getting more competitive, and I think this tournament was indicative of that, especially your guys' last month of the regular season.
Yeah.
But these three games were not close. What do you think clicked for your team in the right moment?
I think the confidence level that we got from knowing Caroline was going to play, knowing Azzi was going to play for the first time in a long time, it made everybody on the team feel like the pressure was off a little bit. Some players are used to being in a big moment, taking big shots, and when you're put in that situation and you haven't been in that situation, like Lou's been in that situation for 4 years at Fairfield, but having Azzi come out and knowing that she can blow a game wide open anytime, knowing Caroline can come in and do similar things, it just made everybody let the air out a little bit and say, okay, this isn't going to be a grinded out. And then the energy level picks up because of that. And when you're playing, when it's one and done, when you explain to your team, when you explain it like this, there's either 2 games left in our season or there's 9 or any combination in between. So when you start thinking like that as a player, you go, do I really want the season to end right now? And I think that the adrenaline starts, as it does for every team. We just had a lot of guys play well these 3 games. We didn't really just put it all on one person. And Aaliyah stood out among all those good players.
How important were Azzi Fudd's 32 minutes tonight in preparation for the NCAA tournament?
Huge. And not just because she might score, but because her presence on the floor, she's another ball handler that we have to have. She's another good defender that we need. Plus, you saw she can blow a game open like that. You're in a 12-point game, and in 3 possessions, it's a 19-point game. And next thing you know, you're in a timeout and you're coming out, and now you've got to do things differently because you got to get back into the game. You start to rush a little bit. So she changes how people play, and it gives, as you saw, it gives those big guys so much room to work with in there. They couldn't trap as much as they could, in the past. Yeah, you saw her. I mean, she's spectacular, and hasn't played in 2 months.
There is still a lot more basketball left to play for your team. What's one thing that you're taking from this game to build upon moving forward?
I thought the most glaring things that happened were defensively how locked in and how hard it was to get great shots against us. So we need to keep doing that. And then second, how well the ball moved. We haven't seen that in the past month. The whole month of February, the ball didn't move like that. And these 3 games, and that's why I think everybody got involved, and it was hard to play defense against us because it wasn't like sit in the lane and gang up on Aaliyah or gang up on Lou. And you can't underestimate what Nika does for us. I mean, I know she didn't make the all-tournament team, but there's something about her that I think is infectious. And, so if we have that same defensive energy and we got the ball moving on offense and we have Nika. Last thing, you know what I told our team? We can beat every team in the country because I've seen them all. And there's probably about 20 teams that can beat us based on some of the stuff that we've done, right? So it's not going to be one of those years where we just roll into the NCAA tournament and go, oh, UConn's going to the Final Four again. Isn't that nice? It's not going to be like that.
Thank you so much, Coach.
You're welcome.